I meditate every day. I meditate every day, and I do it in the mornings, and I do it for about 10 to 15 minutes.
The great Kobebryant once said, "Life is too short to sit around and hold grudges. It doesn't make sense to do it." What's up? My name is Ike DZ, and today we're going to be talking about mindfulness and meditation. We're going to learn from Kobebryant's career and basketball game to understand how meditation can be greatly used to impact the quality of our life. For those of y'all who may not know, Kobebryant learned meditation from the great coach George Mumford. George Mumford is a sports psychologist and a meditation coach who even taught the great basketball players like Michael Jordan and Shaquille O'Neal. So this guy was clearly doing something right when it comes to teaching basketball players how to implement meditation when playing basketball. And so I want to share with you all a clip where Kobebryant talks about mindfulness and meditation, and after that we can talk about it and see what we can learn from meditating.
I meditate every day. I meditate every day, and I do it in the mornings, and I do it for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I think it's important because it sets me up for the rest of the day. You know, it helps me. It's like having an anchor. You know, if I don't do it, I feel like I'm constantly chasing the day, as opposed to being able to be controlled and dictate the day. Not that you're, calling the shots on what comes forward, but the fact that I am set and ready for whatever may come my way. I have a calmness about whatever comes my way and a poise, and that comes from starting the morning off with meditation. For me, it's really just listening to my inner self. I mean, that's basically it. Like you sit in silence and you just allow these thoughts to come forward, and you get a chance to observe the self.
All right, y'all. So just like Kobebryant, I meditate during the mornings too. And just like Kobebryant, I tend to meditate for 15 to 20 minutes. Two great minds think alike. I just want to share with y'all my thoughts and perspective on what it means to be meditative and how we can perhaps meditate. Now, I'm not saying there's any correct way to meditate. You can meditate in the morning, you can meditate in the night. I just think it's good to meditate during the morning because we are wide awake. Although meditating is literally the act of doing nothing, it still requires some type of energy to meditate. And when I meditate during the morning, I feel like my brain is refreshed, so that allows me to focus my attention on being more meditative. Whereas when I meditate in the night, I'm not gonna lie, guys, sometimes I fall asleep. So I'm like, all right, let me meditate in the morning for my sanity and to start off the day well. But whatever works for you, works for you. Some people meditate for 2 hours, some people meditate for 5 minutes. I like to meditate for 15 to 20 minutes. I think that's a good amount of time to really just focus on yourself and focus on your own thoughts. When meditating, we want to focus on our breath and just trying to quiet our thoughts, because throughout the day we're constantly thinking, I have to do this, I got to do this, I have to do this. If we can just take the time to chillax and just focus on what we really want, I think that does a lot for us. And that's why I find myself meditating, because when I meditate, it helps me really understand, okay, Ike, what's really important to you? Because oftentimes when I'm meditating, my thoughts, I try to quiet my thoughts, but the thoughts that do come out are the thoughts that actually really matter to me, like doing this music for inspiration, or sometimes I'll be thinking about my family. But when I'm wandering, I make an effort to just quiet my thoughts. Before I end this video, I want to give y'all 3 reasons to meditate and why meditating could be so beneficial to your life. Tip number 1, when we meditate, studies show that you're less reactive. And when you're less reactive, because when you're meditating, you're literally doing nothing. It's like what Kobebryant says. It's like you're not being controlled by the day. It's like you dictate the day. So you're not reacting to things or whatever. You're just kind of chilling. I don't know how to explain it, but once you meditate, you know what I mean. Tip number 2, when I meditate, my focus increases. I feel like the longer you meditate for, the greater your ability to focus on a task becomes. And so by meditating, it kind of allows me to just focus on one thing. And I think meditation allows us to do that because, again, when you're meditating, you're literally just kind of focusing on yourself. And there's beauty in that. Beauty in focusing on just what you want. And so I think that kind of carries out through the day and allows me to be more focused on one thing. Tip number 3, being meditative, and I think this is probably the most important one, is it allows us to be more present. It allows us to appreciate what we're supposed to enjoy in life. Appreciate the simple things like being able to talk on camera, being able to smile, just being able to be myself. I think being present allows us to just appreciate the simple things. Like when you go outside, you're walking and you're like, wow, that nature is so beautiful, or like the trees are so green. Like it gives you that nice appreciative outlook on life. So yeah, those are 3 reasons to be meditative. 1, it makes you less reactive to things. 2, it increases your focus. And 3, it makes you more present and appreciative of life. Alright y'all, thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy this video, please like and subscribe. And remember, champions adjust, and thank you for blessing me.